So this morning I've got my sickle bar mower loaded up in the back. I could make the repairs to it, but I want that thing running top notch because I'm gonna try and hay again with it this year. And if it's been serviced by a pro, it's probably gonna run better than what I could do on my own. I know enough about it to keep it running once I'm out on the field and make repairs, but you know, at this point with haying, I'm kind of at a no fuss stage, We finally got our sickle bar mower back. I still need to go back and get the hay tedder that we purchased, and we got a new hay baler. I recently did a video on installing rear hydraulics to operate that hay baler, but I haven't done a video on the hay baler yet. I'll get to that when I get to that point. Anyway, the sickle bar mower had a few issues with it, and I'm hoping that we've taken care of those issues. It's sometimes tough to know how well something is fixed until you actually get it out on the field and try and fix it. But we did spend quite a bit of money trying to get this thing in good working order. So I'm hoping that that was a success and we'll be able to cut our hay with it. Hay is getting a little dried out at this point. It took 3.5 weeks to get this repaired. I'm about 2.5 weeks behind where I wanted to be with the hay. But we'll get the hay cut and see how it turns out. But first thing I need to do is get this unloaded, which means I gotta get the tractor running and hook the boom pole up, drop the brush hog, and then I can lift this thing on out of here and we'll see how the sickle bar mower runs. Now, once I'm done putting the gas in this thing, I just need to go find the keys and I'll be ready to go. I tell you, the amount of work it takes just to get a tractor ready these days. Anybody who says that this stuff is easy has never tried it before. You're always gonna have flat tires. You're always gonna have things that have to be fixed. Prepping a tractor to go out on a field for a very long period of time takes a lot of effort. It's not something that should be overlooked. I swear I just heard some sound like gas leaking over here. It probably was. This is gonna be fun. I don't know if I can just lift it straight off, but I've got to figure out a way to like pull it forward and then pull it off the bed of the truck. This is when I really wish our skid steer worked, because then we could get the bucket high enough to just kind of hook it and lift it off. But I'll give it a try with the boom pole, see what happens. I hate doing stuff that way, but sometimes it's the only means I have to get something, you know, off a trailer or whatever. I don't think I damaged anything, but doesn't mean I didn't cringe the entire time I was getting this thing off of there. I'm just going to check this over, make sure that nothing's bent on it, but I don't think that I pulled anything anywhere strong enough to bend it. I think it looks okay. My biggest problem right now is I took my tractor tire off and had a new inner tube put in it. I didn't want to deal with it myself because of my time constraints, but my front tire is already flat again, which means when they replaced the tire, they didn't check the tire itself for any potential hazards. So I gotta take the tire off the tractor again. I'm going to take it back to the shop where I had it fixed, because that's pretty unacceptable. They usually do an awesome job. I'm sure it was just an oversight, so they, you know, shouldn't cost me anything to get it fixed again. But I'll go over this mower real quick with you. Number one, the belt. I had replaced the belt, put a link up here a little while ago. I replaced it with the same size belt that was on there. But whoever had this mower before me had put the wrong size belt on there. With the smaller belt, even though it seemed like the same and I was getting a good enough tension on it, that's probably what caused some of the problems to this in the first place. If you put the wrong size belt on here, and I'm not talking about length, if you look at the girth of this belt versus the girth of this belt, and I probably don't even have to zoom it in for you, you can probably see that difference right there. There you have a good perspective on it. You can't get the right tension with this thinner belt. You can't get the right pull. What's supposed to happen is the belt will actually act like a clutch. If something gets jammed, it'll slip and prevent you from wrecking your gears. If you have to over tension a smaller belt like this, or it's not operating correctly, you will wreck the gears. We ended up having to have a couple plates on the inside replaced that had gotten elongated because I did another video where the sickle mower had gotten jammed while I was using it, and I had tightened everything back up, fixed the bolts, fixed everything, and then it seemed to happen again, and then I ended up busting the blade rod here, which I welded back together and put new blades on. But that, and I lost some teeth as well. Obviously things were binding up and not working correctly. A lot of my problems could have started right here with this belt. If I had had the right belt on there, things would have reacted the way that they should have. That would have caught the tension and slipped, so it wouldn't have hurt my gears on the inside. But you don't want too much tension on these belts either. You see, there's not a whole lot of tension, but the thicker belt is going to spin and do its job without all the tension on it. It was the additional amount of tension that I had on here that probably caused the plates to get elongated and stretched out, and the gears and some of the bearings to go bad. We've got the internal plates fixed. I had all the gears and bearings fixed. I've replaced the teeth where they were missing. It should be ready to go at this point in time. But like I said, before I could even hook this up and mess with this, I need to figure out what's going on with that tractor tire. Brand new nipple, not even dirty yet. Flat, which means they didn't clean out something in there.